Hey folks, Good Guy Glenn here, and today is Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. I am in Franklin, Kentucky, just north of Nashville, and it is storming outside, raining cats and dogs. I drove through some of the worst rain I have ever driven through as a truck driver. Coming up through just north of Nashville this afternoon. It was bad. It was tornado warnings, hail, the whole 9 yards. I drove through it. It was real bad. But then the weather broke. I got here to this Flying J. I got myself some Burger King for dinner. And right then the skies opened up and this storm had followed us up north. And it is currently real bad outside. Real bad. I actually like sleeping in the truck when it's raining like that. It kind of like soothes you to sleep, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting. But today was quite a day, man. I woke up in Birmingham. That's a terrible story all in its own. But watch the last vlog for that story. I woke up in Birmingham. Like I said, I woke up late because I was supposed to have a 2 o'clock live load. Well, my DM texts me first thing in the morning and says, "Why aren't you moving?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm supposed to be live loaded at 2 o'clock. And he's like, "No, go now." I'm like, "Are you sure I can go now?" Because he's done that to me before. But I showed up over there in Alabama, in the middle of nowhere, not near any kind of interstate at all. And sure enough, it was one of those first come, first serve spots. So I called the phone number on the gate when you get there, and that's how you check in. And I sat for maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the gate, and then they gave me a door, and then I got loaded pretty quickly, and then I was on my way. And then I was gonna stop before Nashville, but it was still early in the day, so I said I'm gonna push through Nashville and stop in Kentucky. So right when I got to Nashville, I hit that Nashville traffic, of course. And then I hit the storm. I was stressed out, as usual. But I made it. I made it through. You know, I made it through. I made it here. And tomorrow I'm supposed to drop. It's a live unload at 1300. But I'm going to start running at 03 and see what happens when I get there at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Maybe they'll unload me early. Seems to be what my DM wants me to do. And it's what I generally do anyway. I show up everywhere early and try to get unloaded. It's only bit me in the ass a couple of times. One time, I sat for 12 hours when I showed up early. And that wasn't cool. I actually did my 10-hour sitting at the door. But that's all right. That's all right. That's in the past now. The past is the past. The future is the future. Today is Wednesday. Pay stubs come out tonight. Can't wait to see what I got paid for last week. And I'm safe and sound here. I had some Burger King, like I said. And yeah, I had to re-edit the video I did about owner ops. I took it down this morning, chopped it up a little bit, and put it back up to try to make it a little bit less offensive. And I wasn't trying to, listen, I'm not trying to offend any owner-operators. I know a lot of owner-operators, and they're good people. I'm just trying to point out that there's a lot of bad owner-operators out there, okay? That's what, and I was trying to be funny and snarky about it, and, you know, I understand our feelings get hurt very easily nowadays, especially on the internet. So for those of you who can look at it and laugh because you know what I'm talking about, that's great. For the rest of you who took it so seriously that you just can't get on with your life, sorry to hear about that, dude. But I'm not going to rehash it again today in this video. This video is a different video altogether. There's a rumor going around. There's been rumors going around. We talked about it a couple of days ago. There was a rumor going around that Western Express was going bankrupt, going out of business. But that turned out to be unfounded. One article written by some rag magazine that's not even real. But today, someone started spreading a rumor that 900 drivers were laid off from Western Express. I cannot find anything anywhere that says that this is so. And I found a bunch of articles about a bunch of different companies like Schneider and Prime and other companies laying off, but nothing about Western Express. However, Express, the store that's in the mall, 2 weeks ago laid off 900 people. So I'm wondering if someone just saw Express and just jumped to conclusions, Western Express, or just thought, I'll just say it's Western Express because that sounds cool. But, yeah, not that I know of. I do know that people have been laid off from the company recently. I do know that that's a fact. But 900 is a big number when you consider that there's 3,200 drivers. When I came into the company, there was allegedly 3,200 drivers. This company cycles through so many drivers, though. Every week, every month, every year. It's hard to really say how many drivers are at this company. How many drivers are seated. That's hard to say. But, yeah, what do I think about all that? I don't know. What do I know? If they want to lay me off, they lay me off. No big deal. No big deal at all. A lot of companies are laying off. There's way too many drivers out here. We've discussed that in the past as well. Too many drivers driving out here. The megas overemployed. That whole entire thing they did during the pandy where they said that there was a shortage of drivers, but they've really been saying that for so many years, decades even. They've been trying to say, there's a shortage, just to do exactly what they did. You bring in too many drivers, that drives down wages, because when there's so many drivers to replace you in your seat, they can pay you little to nothing, right? And that's what they do. And that's what's going on. That's what went on. And now I guess they're trying to scale it back. And that whole thing that was happening with the SAP program is going into effect. Allegedly, 160,000 drivers will be affected, basically losing their CDL license. It's a shame. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I've read a couple different versions of what they plan on doing. I don't know for sure. It doesn't apply to me, so I don't know if I'll ever really know what's really going on. But I'm paying attention to see what happens. And if you came in on SAP or you're part of a SAP program, you might be losing your license by the end of this year. And that's a shame, but what can you really do about it? I guess not much. So it seems like there is some sort of concerted effort to thin the herd out here, to thin it out, to see less OTR drivers out here. JB Hunt signed a major deal with a bunch of the railroads, and there's been talk for some time that they wanted to start bringing a lot of stuff. Instead of doing it OTR, they want to bring everything in through rail and go back to the regional model. Then they want to talk about the intrastate, which we may have talked about. This is just hearsay. I don't know for sure what's going on. I'm not Mother Trucker News, so I don't have all the, word on what's going on. But from what I've read, they want you to not be OTR anymore. They want everything to stay within state. Drivers will stay within state, and you will basically relay loads to state lines where they will go to a drop yard and get picked up by another driver who will drive it to the edge of their next state, where it will go to a drop yard and get picked up. And they feel that this will cut down for the need for overnight parking for us. That's how they're going to solve the parking issue. With the, they say there's 11 million trucks and only 1 million spots. I don't know. I don't know if these numbers, you can't quote me on them. These are just things that I'm reading. I don't know for sure. But I do know that there's a shortage of parking out here. That's definitely true. And there's definitely way too many drivers out here. That's definitely true. And there's definitely not enough freight for all the drivers that you do see out here. So, what's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? I don't know. Leave a comment below what you think might happen. I don't know for sure what's going to happen. All I know is it's raining outside, and it's supposed to be raining when I wake up in the morning. And I'm going to have to drive through Kentucky in the pouring rain and the dark, possibly. And that's never any fun. It's never any fun at all. But we'll do it. We'll get it done. The week is almost over. June is coming up, and I am going home to see my daughter for her graduation. And I'm going to give her her trinket box. And we're going to do a video on the trinket box, and it's going to be exciting. I've been collecting up trinkets for her, and I can't wait to give them to her. I wish I had been collecting trinkets the whole time. I just thought of this not too long ago, so I've been trying to play catch-up. I definitely think I'm missing some trinkets from some states that I've been to, but for the most part, I've got a lot of them for her. And, yeah, it's just something I did for her. Just something for her to remember my time out here doing OTR. Man, the other day when I was down in Georgia, it was hot, and the sleeper was hot. And now it's like you could hang meat in here. It's freezing in here. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain because it's going to be hot this week, and I would rather be a little bit cold now than to be hot. There's nothing worse than trying to sleep in a hot sleeper. You can sleep in a cold sleeper. I got a sleeping bag. I got 2 sleeping bags here. I got my cold weather Arctic sleeping bags from the Marine Corps here. It's a 2-part system. It's actually a 3-part system, but I only have 2 parts. There's a Gore-Tex outer shell that I don't have. But anyway, it is what it is. What else? Going to Indiana tomorrow to drop. Indiana. Don't know where I'll go from there. Probably Indianapolis. Probably pick up a PepsiCo. Or probably pick up a load of water that's going into Columbus. They haven't sucked me into Columbus in a while. Columbus always puts me in a foul mood. Don't know what it is. There's got to be some sort of scientific explanation for it. Or maybe it's supernatural. I don't know. I really don't know what it could be. But whenever I'm in Columbus, I just really hate my life. It's just terrible. And I don't know why. I'm going to shave off my hair. Shaving it off. Not now. Not yet. But coming up soon. My hair looks terrible. It's falling out in clumps. If you watch my real estate videos, I used to have the Viking cut. But look how much of my hair is gone from the front now. That haircut will never be again. And I've gone so gray. My beard is out of control. It's like a wild... It's like what happens when you don't mow your lawn for like a year. That's what it's starting to look like. I gotta trim up, man. I gotta trim up. I gotta start looking right again. So coming up real soon, I'm gonna trim up. I think I'm gonna start by trimming the beard, see how that looks. And I'm probably cutting all the hair off because it just looks terrible. And it's hard to keep up with out here, OTR. I'm washing it with terrible soap at the truck stops, and it's just dried out hay straw at this point. It's not nice like it used to be. My hair used to be nice. But I kind of was digging looking like a 70s country star for a while, but my family's saying I look like a homeless man, which I kind of am a homeless man if you think about it. I live in a truck, and yeah. But ultimately, I think it'll be nice to shave off my hair, and it'll be easier upkeep for sure. And we'll see. But anyway, you know what I always say? Love God, love your family, say your prayers, take your vitamins, drink plenty of water, eat a Greek yogurt and a banana every single day, do your pre-trip, smash that like button, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so when I drop another video you get a notification. And once again, this is Good Guy Glenn. Thanks for watching.